I didn't mean to start while I had copyrighted music still playing. I just noticed. Hold on. Well, that chunk of the VOD is out the window. It wasn't set to auto start, but I don't know what I did. But we're here now. We're here now. You would not believe the trouble this stupid outfit was giving me. Well, it's not just an outfit, it's the whole model, actually. But yeah. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. Do not look at the man behind the curtain! Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you, Mr. Epstein? So, welcome on in, guys. Hi. So, Midas, ignore that the hair is suboptimal. I literally was putting this together. Like, it was still exporting as I watched the clock hit 9. I would have been done this model an hour earlier, but I had to help somebody else export something, and that ate up all my time. But yes, hi guys! Can't believe Epstein is alive and Midas is... I know, right? It's crazy. There's a rat in the walls. That's... Well... We should kill it. We should kill it. I hate vermin. I hate vermin and rodents and all sorts of malefactory. Is that the term, malefactory? What's it called when you... I don't know. Chat reflex streamer. Tell your mom she did a great job with the hair. I'm quite fond of my mother. Alright. Let's see. Oh, you guys want to see some canon shenanigans? So you remember how I said that boobs grow and shrink because they've got an air pump in them? Now we have canon that in usage. We have got the inflatable boobs because this is the technology. This is the reality. You thought I was joking, but no, there's a bike pump in these. I'm not like a mythical magical being, but I've got a bike pump in my boobs. So, do with that as you will. Well, what's the canon size? All of them! It's what I've been saying this whole time. All of them are canon. Because I've got a bike pump in there. Some people draw me flat, usually not, and some people draw me with massive boobs. It's all canon across the board. I would prefer people started drawing me flatter, though, these days. Boob president is back, exactly. Don't tell your sister about that. I'm pretty sure she's watched enough of my VODs. Hello, Midas, how are you? I'm doing well, Trailstorm. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you get a flat in only one of them? Not toggleable, but in theory, I could only pump up one. But what would be the point in that, right? Like, that's like having a pillow that's like all warm instead of cold on one side. Well, actually, no, it's the inverse. The breast didn't. Evil Green Midas when? I could probably make that a toggle. Hold on, I can stick out my tongue. The bike that was promised to us 3,000 years ago. Jeffrey, please! Don't be so politically divisive in my chat. Can you imagine Jeffrey Epstein trying to cause controversy? Perish the thought. Anyway, I can stick my tongue out. My hair's a little shorter than usual. Usually my bob is a bit bigger and whooshier. So consider this me after a haircut. Would Bitus Joe Bitus core of Biden. Wretched! For some reason, first reaction to this model was Edgelord Midas, which I mean affectionately, of course. I mean, it's kind of the appeal, I suppose. Do you like how high I can jump? Look at that. That was all skill. Winter Olympics, here I come. Wait, if her tongue is yellow, yes, Gideon, yes. Unity ass jump. I will have you know that is the optimal way to jump. Thank you very much. The walk is so good. Yeah. Excuse you, I'm walking in like I'm a wrestler. Hold on. No. It's like that one guy when he walks on stage to announce the wrestlers. It's got sauce. It's got energy. I'm like powerful. I'm powerful. I'm announcing the next big thing. And his name is John Cena. Except John Cena is a very lame person, actually, all things considered. We need like an edgy wrestler. Guys, give me an edgy wrestler. Is this the Edgelord Midas? Where have you guys been this whole time? This is literally how I've always been dressed as Midas. The only thing that's missing is like the caution tape decorations, but I'm still wearing black and gold. What? I mean, if anything, it's less edgy because I don't have the colored palm gloves. I just have fingerless gloves with some feminine decorations on it. Undertaker. Ooh, that's a good one. Where's the tie? Oh, I took it off for today. It has the thigh mole. Oh, hold on. Do you want to see my thigh mole? There you go. So finally, it's nice to catch a broadcast. It's wonderful to see you here, Salty. You like the characteristic goonet, eye bag, and face. I tried very hard to style match it to my live 2D model. If I walk close. I actually do have the eye bags. The face is very close to my Kama 2D. The hair, not so much. I got the bangs down, but then I was looking at the clock and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have time to do this! Oh, why did I decide today was the day I was gonna do this? Ah! Only reason I turned on PC so I can get the last drop for No Man's Sky. Fascinating. Hope you enjoyed your voluntary break, boss. No. Because extra stress is fun. Oh yeah, you know it, Rima. I feel like it's got a much lighter, calmer look. Well, that's because I wasn't able to figure out how to get the eyebrows attached to the pupil size. Usually that's what makes it look manic. Because I've got the advanced facial tracking. Hold on. Hold on. I've got the advanced facial tracking, like... Ah! But that does not extend to the custom pupil motion. That is something I have to do locally, and I just didn't have time to do that today. So you're gonna have to stick with a calmer me today, if that's even a thing. Thumbnail was thighs, so I clicked to follow. Why was the thumbnail thighs on Twitch? That's some garbage. Old model had that psycho vibe, which was unique. Sharky Raid. Hey, welcome on in! Yeah, no, again, psycho vibe was entirely because of the pupil shrinking. Wait, are you wearing a Letterman jacket? No, I'm not. I'm wearing a button-up shirt. Oh, let's back on up so you guys can see. It's kind of a, oh, I can just literally lift my arms. It's a puffy shirt with puffy sleeves. YouTube is not thighs. But yes, welcome Raiders. Yeah, Contra Mulga, you're right. Welcome Raiders. Whoa, Midas. I saw you at a convention last spring. Well, what was I doing over there? Yeah. Man, I must have really been prancing around. Like those pirate shirts? Exactly! This is exactly like a pirate shirt, but it's black. Since YouTube sucks and won't let me post what I want to say, hi mom, just hope you're having a great day. You stop trying to talk to my mother. I'll have you know she's watching a movie downstairs right now and she's not looking at... I don't think she's looking at my screen. Why is my eye tracking not sensitive today? I don't like that. Well, now it looks better. A little bit better. Not much better, but something. I think. She's always watching No Escape. No! I'm going to get you. Anyway, so, Midas, why are you using VRC as your 3D program today? Because it's calming and it's got lovely energy. That's probably part of why you're all so uncomfortable right now. I could probably choose like a more advanced environment, but I like the mobility and the freedom that it gives me. Dorith, hey Dorith. Midas, you look so fucking pretty. Thank you, Obliterator. I've got my nice, my hair's trimmed. This is the most moe. Hey, you. Rest easily. I'm still waiting on an answer of the Thursday question. What was the Thursday question? Because if it was last Thursday, there's no way I can remember. Make Avatar for VRC in my free time. Can't stand what they did to the platform. Modded client bans that prevented crashes, and VRC Plus has destroyed public worlds. Might have missed you. Aim better. Love your Victorian arc dress. Oh, it's not a dress. Look, people don't seem to believe me when I say that I love Uja. It's like print style Lolita clothing. I can't get away with the big poofy Victorian dresses, but I like the Prince Uji clothing. This is kind of what that is. If I was cute enough to wear this every day in real life, I would, but I'm not, so my avatar gets to. It's my dress-up doll. Luigi. Used to be big into VRC Kmart, and then the owner started going Epstein. Word Lolita has become rather tarnished thanks to the internet. Yeah. No, I mean like the Japanese fashion style. Not lolly or anything. Reminds me a bit of Pixie's outfit. I'm the one who designed Pixie's outfit! Of course it's gonna remind you of Pixie's outfit. I made Pixie's outfit! You see that, but you look perfectly fine. You should wear what you want to. In a certain private Gothic Lolita, kinda. Boss, could you speak in Spanish for a moment? At most, you get a little bit of French. I know zero Spanish. Like, zero. I don't have any Spanish in me. Still Pixie style, shake my head. Shut up, Joseph. Mods, kill this man. Evening, Midas. Hope you had a good week. I did, Harloth. Somebody earlier said waiting for an answer on last Thursday's question, and that blew past me, and I don't know if they repeated it, so I'm gonna need some help there. Can you count in Spanish? No. It's been a while for me learning about the new files to realizing you returned over a month ago and that you covered the new files. Lamau, I came back early December. I had a big extravaganza for it. I had like... I debuted a new live duty. You know what? That's fine. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Even if you're late. Can we get a late in chat for this bozo? Chat, I think you need to make fun of this guy for being late. I would never be late. That's just not something I ever do. I'm never late. I'm always exactly when I need to be. Want to see your model? Looks very lovely. Very cool that you put your own skills and work into it. Well done. Thank you, Xenon. Let's see. Is there any interesting toggles I can show off? Oh, apparently I've got a bubble gun. I didn't realize I had that. Put your hands on the ground! No, put your hands behind your head! Hands where I can see them, you sick freak! I know what's on your internet history. I'm blowing pills that were made out of acid at you. You're dying now. This was a reenactment of what the Canadian healthcare system is like. Thank you. What do I have? A winter cheerizer. What is this? Well, this looks far more intimidating, not gonna lie. Is it just... Guys, I'm so sorry to give you the gun, to shoot you with the gun that gives you dandruff. That's an untold cruelty. Anyway. Actually, I should get rid of this. Shoots you with a gun that gives you dandruff. Take that, liberal. Has anyone else seen that Alex Jones clip floating around? It's all over my timeline, and it's the one where he's going, liberal, 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 liberal. It's so stupid. It's the same energy as the one where he's yelling, can I... Fuck it. Yeah, no, I can say it because I'm just quoting it. The one where he's repeatedly yelling Jew over and over again. It's the same energy, and it's just as obnoxious and silly. It's like cartoon levels of bizarre. Like, I get why people are thoroughly entertained by Alex Jones, because he's a character. And, like, if you look at those files, like 80-90% of what he said in there is right. Now, he wasn't quite right about the Sandy Hook shooting, but you know what? Even clairvoyant geniuses get things wrong once in a while. How do you feel about the Discord new photo policy? Do you have a backup for the community if you plan to migrate? Well, as far as I can tell, all of the alternatives right now on the market, like genuinely all of them, are equivalent in how much data they take. So it's... If the community requests a server on a different platform, I will indulge it. But at this point in time, I'm not going to initiate it because it is a lot of effort to set up something, and it's even more effort to get everyone on board to join it and maintain it. So I'm not for the Discord in shitification. In fact, I would encourage everyone right now to learn how to play VR chat. Get a cheap webcam and find a realism model, like a model that looks realistic. And you can export the video into OBS, or you can use it as a fake camera. And when Discord wants ID verification, you can open up VR chat, and if it goes, open your mouth, you know, when Discord does the perverse thing that people on Omegle used to do, hey, okay, sweetie, can you open your mouth a little bit for me? Open it more, I want to see the back of your throat. When Discord tries to sex pest you for your ID, you can just crack open VR chat, use the big smoke model, and do the and be perverse. Yes, yes, Discord, I shall show you my tongue. Yes, Discord, I shall move left, right, and you've got my motions recorded, so you know that this is a real identity that you're stealing and selling to advertisers. And then you can go on with your life. VRC need to save up for that. VR chat's free. Like, VR chat is free. Like, there's VR chat plus. I guess to use the webcam, you need... No, you don't. I think for the hand tracking, you need plus. But I think baseline VR chat... You don't need it. And you can even fake the motion. Like, it activates via sound. Whereas I'm using actual, like, tracking for my face. Typically when you talk in VRC, your mouth automatically opens. So you could just use your mouse to move your head. And use your voice to make your mouth go, ah. Yes, 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 lovely perverse program. Here is my identification. Yeah, anyway. Not everyone is rich enough to get free VR chat. Don't you need VR equipment for VR chat? You need a PC. Like, most people that play VR chat just play it on desktop like a video game. I am not in VR right now. Like, I'm using VR chat, but I have it open on my monitor right there like any other video game, and it's first person for me. But in-game, you click open a menu and you can export cameras to OBS and whatnot. And for my facial tracking, I've got my phone here that I use for VTubing, and you can import those facials in directly, and it'll just pick them up. And I've got a webcam up there, and I'm using that for my hand tracking. But you don't actually need the facials or the hand. You can literally just run around VRC like this. Like, I'm using mouse and keyboard right now. I'm running! We got a runner! Boys, we got a runner! Runner? I don't even know her. Can even play VRC on mobile. Exactly. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Truth be told, I'd rather pay some guy like 20 bucks off the street to do that for me. And that is infinitely funnier. Anyone actually use Telegram, though? Am I the only one? You're the only one. You are the only one. That is the boomer thing. Here's the thing about Telegram and... My god, what was it? There was... And Signal? Any service out there... Here's some life advice from your resident, totally not government agent. Any service that's big selling point is that it's encrypted and secure is not encrypted and it is not secure. They've got levels of encryption going on, but they're trying to sell it to you as ultimate privacy that nobody can read, nobody can hack into, nobody can... That's a lie. That is a lie. If they are saying that they're not reading your messages, that is a triple lie. Do you know why? The reason for these services to exist so publicly is so that really stupid people have easy access to it, and they go, oh, this service is encrypted. I can get away with my illegal stuff on here because nobody can read it and nobody can punish me. It's safe. And so they download these things, and that's how, like, a big, like, pedo, furry, necrophiliac ring was busted recently. Like, a year or two ago. Maybe it was longer than that. 2 years ago? Like, the Tor browser was never safe, but it is definitely not safe now. I'd just be willing to move to the Syndicate Discord to a Steam group with the new update for the Steam chat system. I mean, I don't know what Steam groups and Steam chat is, but again, as I said earlier, if the community on Discord comes to an agreement as to where they want to go, if they want to move, I will do my best to facilitate that. But until that point in time, I don't see any point in moving because all of these services are just as secure as one another. The only difference now is that Discord is just slightly past the point of in-shitification where people are willing to put up with garbage. It's just finally peaked and gotten slightly shittier than the rest. So the other ones, I just... Yeah. We should all move all communications to Craigslist. Yes. Any chance for a new karaoke stream soon? I don't know. Do you guys want to turn that into this? I mean, it kind of means it'll screw me over for copyright, but if you guys want want to turn this broadcast into karaoke, what I can do is when it's karaoke time, I could make a waiting room on YouTube, and we could transfer over to a second VOD. And from there, if it gets killed, it gets killed, right? Also, what's the BGM? It's beautiful. Oh, it came with the world. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Actually, hold on. Let me just... I'll grab the camera, and there's credits. So, we can go to the credits wall if you like. Stream camera, anchor to local. Okay, you're gonna get dizzy. 1 second. We're running. So, how's your night, guys? I love this world. Star Reverie Rest. BGM. Guys, it's in Japanese. I can't read that. But... Wait, hold on. But if you can read that, where did everything go? I am suddenly... Oh, there I am. Oh. You guys can't even see the credit wall. That's kind of garbage. That's not helpful at all, actually. Well, it's in Japanese! I can't help you beyond that. That's... World BGM is Japanese, and it's royalty-free! I can't read that, Midas. Oh, well, maybe you should, be better. Anyway, you want to look at my model? Want to look at the model outfit? I'm very proud of it. I didn't actually do much to it, but... I got a dead animal in my bag. Got my bag. Midas kissing the wall. That's crazy. Here, why don't we walk around the world for a little while? You're gonna be dizzy for a second, but I want to find another environment. Because this is a very big map, and I love this map. Why don't we go to the big crystals in the back? What animal? Squirrel. We're almost at the blue zone, okay, guys? Hold your nuts. We're almost there. There we go. Now I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna grab the camera. Just gotta... down, up. Actually, what I can do, I'll change the draw distance. I like the draw distance to be a bit flatter, but I want you to see more of the environment. Sorry, I'm finicky! I want it to look good! Oh, wait, I need to actually anchor it to the world. LOL. There we go. Look, it's so pretty. This is one of my favorite environments. Showing off model flicks on the single duders with no valentines. mean, hold on. What day is Valentine's on? I know it's on the 14th, but, like, what days? I'm opening a calendar. Hold on. It's on a Saturday. I'm technically doing something for my job on Valentine's, but I don't know. I could probably find time. I mean, I've got nothing better to do. Would duders want something on Valentine's? I could do like a gothic, emo, punk rock Valentine's. That could be kind of fun. Death metal Valentine's! Happy Valentine's! Record your streams, so I don't mind if it gets nuked. Hell yeah. ASMR? Again, like, I don't do a ton of it. I could do the Yandere ASMR. Hold on. I could get away with doing the Yandere ASMR because it's on Valentine. Oh my god. Guys. 10,000 IQ play where I don't get eternally punished. Okay. Yandere ASMR on Valentine's. I'll see you there. I don't know what time, but probably around this, a little earlier than this time of night. Probably around 6 p.m. PST, just so it's a little bit earlier. Bro, I just joined. Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Baby Legs. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you suck. Welcome on in. Hey. Hey. What about Sunday after Discount Chocolate Hall stream? I don't stream on Sundays, and I also don't broadcast on Sundays because I have to go to church, and church takes like 5 hours. Like, quite genuinely, the main reason I typically don't make content on Sundays is because I am, like, away from the computer for 80% of the day. I genuinely cannot, unless it's pre-recorded and preloaded to go. Otherwise, I would. And it's caused me a lot of problems in my career, but I prefer to, do what I can, when I can, but I also, respect my parents, and my parents would like me to go to church on Sunday, so I go to church on Sunday. Hold on, I want to see this angle. That's a good angle. You see, this is the power of not having a stupid skirt. So many models I've been making recently came with skirts as part of the outfits, and it ruins the whole outfit because you can't do fun angles. And you can't dance in MMD because you just get upskirt shots, whereas when you have cute shorts, you can do everything. Ant view for the win. Para, have I ever told you that as a prank, you should chop off your other hand? Like, I think that would be hilarious. I think that would be so funny. You should do it on stream. For those who don't know, Paradigm Shift, a good friend of the channel and a mod on every end, only has one hand in real life, and I think he should cut off the other one. Yeah. Shorts are hotter than skirts 1,000%. 1,000%. But upskirt shots are the point of such angles and dances. Yes, but after a while it gets boring. You need variety, and if every dance is an upskirt shot, then there was no point in upskirt shots to begin with, right? Like, it loses all appeal. It's only appealing if you have it in, like, doses, because then it's special. Then it hits that part of your brain where you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to see this, right? But every shot is an upskirt. You just expect it. Surprised more outfits don't have fancy play suit type designs, lace and frills with, like... I mean, trends come and go, you know? Midas. Hello, hello. Hello, Crunchulus. I'm just gonna open another tab real quick. Magic is gone. What do you mean, vast? Let's see. Let me just shift to dashboard real quick. Oh, you know, it might be easier if I just actually look at my combined chat, lol. Okay, so this scrolling chat at the bottom is only YouTube. It's not combined, mostly because the CCS doesn't work for Twitch's code. So I keep forgetting that this isn't the combined chat. Alright, Stream Manager. How's your New Year's resolution been going? I don't know. How's yours been going? How dare you ask such a poignant question? I spit on you. And Dinomatic, I just saw what you said on Twitch. Who are you? What day is this? Last week I said, hey guys, I am not going to be here Wednesday. We're having a Thursday broadcast. I did say this. And it's me. Midas. I also want to go to bed while listening, but I already know I'd get violently woken up. Now, Brad, would I ever do such a thing to you? My most precious Twitch viewer? Why is the notification still Christmas cheer? Because I keep forgetting to change it, and at this point, it's funnier to keep it. That's it entirely. Reem, I've been lifting weights every day and I've been posting weekly updates of my body type. Hell yeah. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. It's not easy to keep up. Crafty vet move from mom just by fake watching a movie while listening to Midas stream on an earphone. Okay, I don't think she's that obsessed with what I'm working on. Oh, no wonder my PC is chugging. I still have Unity open. Ah! Hold on. It's just like, why is everything running like trash? And it's like, oh, because I'm stupid. Yeah, let's attach this locally for a second. I want to go over to the pavilion. I like this pavilion. Oh. Okay. Clearly, I need to get into the swing of things still. I am so not used to 3D right now. Which is sad. That was my main thing for a while. Here we go. Thankfully, the PC can handle chroma. Yeah. Haircut is nice. Thanks. I had my mid-length hair trimmed into a bob. And next time, who knows? Maybe it'll be a long ponytail. What do you use for the 3D tracking? Well, I'm using my iPhone, and I'm using a webcam. Are you normally 2D? Yes. Well, kind of. I came back with a live 2D model, like debuted it, but I'm kind of just rotating models right now. Because I said I would, and nobody seems to believe me. Like, come on now. I don't break promises. They just take a long time to come to fruition. I'm looking for specific flowers. Oh, they're not here. Okay, I guess I'll go with the blue ones. Why iPhone webcam? Because I have VR stuff set up, but it's garbage. It's not very good. Hold on, let me just get a better angle here. Do your mocap soup, is the camera tracking you like normal? I have a mocap suit, and that is specifically for the 3D concert I'm planning with the Syndicate, and also work obligations. But it is very tedious to set up, and it is not compatible with VR chat. I have tried, and it used to be compatible with VR chat, but last year in VR chat they removed the button that the last step to connect the tracker to VRC. I have tried, trust me. I got in a fight with their people. It only works in Warudo, and Warudo's been having problems. So we're making it work, but for VRC it's just more accessible for me to, and I can do it for a longer period of time if I'm just using my phone and my webcam. And I mean, it still looks pretty good. Hey boss, sorry I'm late. Haven't seen you use this 3D model before. It looks amazing. Thank you! I made it just before stream. Broadcast! Fuck! Here, let me turn off camera motion. It's gonna make everyone sick. Ayumi used to complain all the time. Yes, Midas, why are you using that angle? You're gonna make me sick. You're gonna make them throw up. Here, yeah. This is her color. Well, it's not teal exactly, but there's no teal here. So I shall give you the Ayumi flowers. They're blue. I miss my silly blue friend. Nobody prepares you to lose your closest confidant in the VTubing space. Like, nobody can ever prepare you for that. Like, she's not dead, I still talk to her, but like, man, it sucks. I'll DM her, and it's just like, oh, I'd love it if you would like to play this game with me on stream. And then I remember, and then she remembers, oh yeah, she's not Ayumi anymore. Ah! Anyway. Take these flowers, you stupid duders. They're for you. I've had enough of this bit. This is a stupid bit. Oh, look at these candles. Maybe you can make a guest model for her? Well, she has her reasons for not being here anymore. I need to, not want to, but I need to respect that. Thank you. Where'd you find the blue roses? Up your ass and around the corner. Why is the bicycle bump lady hitting me with flowers? Don't you tempt me. Don't you tempt me to hit you more. Oh, there's a sword over here. I never even noticed that. Can I take it? I can! Hey, guys. Ah! You're not safe. You're not safe, guys. I've got the power of Excalibur. Actually, I wonder if I grab it. Can I can control it like this. Oh, my head! Oh! That didn't work. Put it down there. Alright, guys. How about I grab the camera again, and I make everybody upset that I'm grabbing the camera again. Anchor T. And we go somewhere else. We go to the super blue cube. Why am I so short? There we go. Oh, drat. There we go. I think this is a good environment. Oh, and I'm in the water. There's a moat right there, guys. Gotta jump over it. No, am I past the camera? What a waste of my life! I don't even know where I put the camera anymore. There we go. Hi! Professional broadcaster, guys. Professional! Weekly group stuff got cancelled, so now I can finally catch one of these. Pretty nice so far. I'm glad. I'm glad. Hey there, Midas. How's it going? Hey, swimming pools. I just fell in a body of water. What a coincidence. Looney Tune looking ass. I'm not a Looney Tune. Leave me alone. Keep rotating me like a rotisserie chicken. It pleases me. Okay, you perverse sicko. Just for you. One rotation. What did Epstein do to your model? Nothing. I'm emo now. Well, I mean, not more so than usual, but... Why are you so... So what? Next words carefully. Can we have 2 rotations? You know what? For you, 2 big booms. There we go. I'm gonna go to sleep. Have a good one, Artemis. You can rotate a deuter in your mind. The government can't stop you. Yes, as the final evolution of a deuter, I will display to you what it is like to rotate. And again. Now, this is a highly skilled technique that takes years of practice to perfect, but I know that you have it in you. Get rotated, idiot. Bear, the fuck are you saying to me? I'm in the mode again. Para! I am no idiot, I am no buffoon, and I am no swine. I mean, I have lost the camera, though. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. That's the issue about all blue worlds, is that the camera is also blue. Hi, first time here, and I have a question. If there was a book that had the past, the present, and the future for your life, would you read the past, the present, and every page you read before that disappears? So if it disappears as you read, if so, you can't change anything you did. What would you do? Huh. Well, I mean, I can't change the past anyway. I would want to read all of the past and all of the present, and then look for very key dates in the future to read. Like, I'd say, read all of my past, read all of the present, find out who's wronged me, and then go to the very end of the book, which I would assume is the end of my life. Find out what happens at the very end. And if at the very end I find out the world has been in chaos for whatever amount of time, when I die, if I find out I die at an old age or a young age, whatever, that helps me plan and not regret every moment spent. And if this also means that I die at a suspiciously young age because a government plant shot me or whatever, I'll do my best to avoid it, but I can recognize that things may not be able to change. Midas finds out if she dies by spinning. What would Red Midas look like? Look up the song cover on my YouTube channel, Butcher's Vanity. That's what Red Midas looks like. Comes with the Dirk Strider glasses. Just to get the spark notes of the whole book, pretty much. Why would your sister shoot you? Because I deserve it? Your book suspiciously gets 3 chapters longer? What if Midas was purple? Actually, I have a song for that, too. When is Agartha Midas coming back? Well, I don't have it uploaded on VRC, so no. Midas, would you rather know how you die or when you die? When. I'd rather know when. Because yes, you could say old age, and then it's whatever, because that covers both of them. But if you just say how, like let's say a car accident, it could be any car accident from this instant forward to 50 years in the future. That does not help me, because there's cars everywhere. Or a random stabbing, or a random mugging. Like, if I'm lucky and it's like, oh, on your 50th birthday, because then that technically gives me a timeline. No. I'd rather know the time of my death and not how I die. Because if it's like, you die in 3 days, it's like, oh, shit, well, at least that's helpful. Like, got grinded by a meat grinder. If I'm stupid enough to get Soylent Greened, then I deserve to die. Alright, let's grab the camera and go somewhere else. You guys want to choose a new world, a new environment, or are you good with this one? I tattoo if you stab me, you're gay on my back. Ulama. Happy early Valentine's, Midas. Happy early Valentine's, only facts. When doesn't mean you can stop it, and how would allow you to at least make peace with what would happen. Conversely, knowing how, you also wouldn't be able to stop it. And knowing when means you at least have the ability to plan what time you have left so you can make peace with it. As short or as long as it is. You can min-max what's left of your existence because you have a final deadline. And by the time it comes, you know, you've done everything it could. Just got into stream. Why is Midas in the middle of a magic altar? I'm on Epstein's Island, and I'm currently in the middle of being sacrificed to Baal. If you know when, does that mean you're functionally invincible till then? I mean, that is a good question. Let's see, what worlds are there? Because I feel like this is just too open-ended. There's the Sanrio worlds, but they're all shit. I looked at them, and they all have copyrighted music. I need something a little more gothic. Ooh, we could go to Iron Lung. You know, I'm gonna look up. Oh, suddenly my throat's closing a little bit. I mean, we could always go to Val's Bar. Val's Bar is always real nice. Yeah, why not? Let's go to the Midnight Bar. Saw Iron Lung on Monday. It was a great movie. Interesting. I've seen lots of mixed reviews on it. Did Midas catch any maidens or lads for Valentine's Day? It's the 12th. I've caught nothing. Okay, who is this lost sassy creature? I'm not sassy. Bartenders wanted. I want you to be a bartender. Okay. I like the soft, subtle glow. I think I did an excellent job with the emission map. Alright, let's enter the bar. Val has the most beautiful bar. I'll get in here. Oh, no, that's a mirror. Oh, okay. Bartenders wanted. Employees only. No, I'm... Alright, I guess I'm an employee. You are now a bartender. Set up the jukebox to open the bar. No, maybe I don't want to! Excuse me, let me out. Don't block my vision. I just wanna... Okay, there we go. Okay, you can get a bartending after. No, I don't want to play a minigame. There we go. Now we can sit at the bar. Or not. Where's the colliders? Val, I don't know how your bar works. It won't let me sit. It won't let me walk. Val, your bar's busted. Midas somewhat chocolate stout and Ciani. Oh my god, Midas, hi! I think we need a different world. I'm sorry, guys. Castle world based on Amnesia the Dark Descent. Oh, excellent! That's what we needed! No, I don't want a time limit. Val, your game is bugging me! Okay. What's this wife doing in my recommendations? How kind of you. Hey, it's Midnight's bar. Yes, yes. I was trying Val's bar, and it was frustrating me. Hold on, why is my tracking floating? My tracking is, like, really slow. What's going on? Anyway. Colliders, seats, footsteps, ambient music. Is it just the lighting? Alright, let's go into this, castle? Okay, guys, we're in Amnesia. I want to find a chair to sit in. Because for some reason, VR chat hasn't been letting me sit in chairs recently. It's bothering me. Actually, I think this is plenty good. We can stand by the... There. Alright, let's fix the camera in place, and let's get back to chatting. Because this is getting silly. Anchor world. There we go. Just trying to politely inform you got too much cake on the new model. I've got a canon amount. Alright? Just like how I've got a canon amount of chest. There is not too much cake. Like if we, hold on. If we look how I go up and down stairs, it is exactly the amount I need. There, hold on, can I... This is all anyone ever needs. Nothing more, nothing less. Just this amount. I am a perfectly shaped individual. Nothing else. I will say flat is justice, though. Do you have the strongest potions? Of course I have the strongest potions. Why a dungeon? Because this is what it looks like. This is just what it's like to live in Canada. How Epstein Island went to Epstein's basement. Beautiful. Well, no. This is just what's, like, under the island. This is the underground bunker in the island. Hello? Hello? Can I have a large Sprite with extra ice? I mean, it'll dilute the drink if you do that. This is where he keeps his sulfuric acid tank. Yeah, of course. Mr. President, my war bride is acting a bit quirky. Oh, don't you worry, I'll execute her for you. Well, boss, I'm going to sleep. By the way, very cute model. Thank you. Thank you. It was very difficult to put together last second. But, it was fun. Hoping that next time I try this, the model is a bit closer to being done. Like, the face itself, I think, is perfect. But the hair, I only got it, like, half finished. The outfit was just something I quickly threw on so that the character wasn't naked. Amnesia, my beloved. Yeah, you recognize the map! Thoughts on Doctor Who? It's alright. Let's see. Do I have any specific feelings about specific doctors? Also, S-Men, thank you for the Prime sub that you tossed at me. King Toot, thank you for the resub. 17 months, hey Midas in chat. Hope y'all's doing swell. Hell yeah. Though I will admit, it'll look even better once it's close into canon. Hell yeah. No way, Epstein collab. Apologies for not asking sooner. Want some jerky? I would love some jerky! Let's go! Hand it over! Would you ever release a Dakimakura cover? I have to finish making the promised mouse pads from the Donathon still. No more promises from me until that list is complete. That is the rule. Midas does not promise any more until that is done. You're muted, I think? No, I'm not. You fucking troll. Alright, see ya. Going back to bike riding for 2 hours. Love you guys. Have a good one, Tommy! It's great to see you not sick for once. No, I'm still sick. Nails fit so good, though. Yeah, because they're not painted. They're just a little sharp. I don't really have nails this sharp in real life, unless I get them done artificially. So having plain nails that are just a little bit longer, it's nice, because I don't get to usually have them. Have you found Lyra's address yet? We're working on it. Tell us sweet little lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. Okay, now this world is very heavy, and it is screwing with my tracking so badly. I hate to go, oh, we're moving house again. One more world change, okay? Just one. Not because I love world hopping. Waterfall Retreat. And Where the Sky Forgets. I feel like Waterfall Retreat will have copyrighted music. What am I saying? They all will. Well, we could go to karaoke and sync, and we could probably, like, do some singing there later, if we want to. But at the very least, it won't be so load-heavy that it'll kill me. Ash, thank you for the 10 members! What's your favorite genre of music? I like symphonic opera. Symphonic opera metal. Yeah, I came here last time, and we sang a little bit. Where are the damn colliders? Is there no buttons to allow colliders? That's not scary at all. Full mirror? Yeah! Click what video you want to play. What song? The Creep. I want it that way. I need a girlfriend. Tell me why I am a virgin with rage. Ooh. My Way by Frank Sinatra. That's a good one. Hold on, let me just place the camera. What is a man? What has he got? Naught but himself. Then he is not to say the things he truly feels. Would you, weapons of mass destruction, would you straightforward with nukes or more of a chemical bio-warfare kind of thing? So here's the thing about chemical warfare and bio-warfare. It rapes the earth. It makes it a lot harder to regenerate after the war is over. I much prefer like traditional methods of warfare that don't actually chemically castrate the earth. Mostly so that, you know, once it's done, it's a bounce back. But if you use a nuke, you use chemical warfare, then it's over for everyone. There are no winners. Even the people that won the war, they don't get to, you know, claim the spoils of their victory because they've damaged it. It's not worth it. All right. I'm going to move me to the stage. Oh, nope. Back. Too far. Oh, nope. Still too far. There we go. Oh, there's a mirror there. I'm stupid. There we go. Oh, I should probably... I hope me messing with the camera is more entertaining for you than it is irritating. Here, let's do My Way. Too high. Too high. 3 boom. Don't you boom me. Yeah, let's see. What else is on the list? Can't Help Falling in Love? Nah. Lose Control. Oh, this one will get my broadcast taken down. Let's make the camera a little closer so it's a bit more intimate. Oh, shut up. You guys remember this one? I am unwritten. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, leave your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. That was fun. Let's move the lyrics over here. Oh, I break tradition. Sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way, oh no. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, the sun illuminate the words that you cannot cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. No song. Why would it get your broadcast taken down? Because Sony owns it. That's why. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten. Oh, and then there's the chorus of 30 women. A blank page before you, open up a dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. I missed my line. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where you'll feel the rain on your skin. It just repeats like 12 times. I'm not singing that anymore. This is why karaoke is so hard for me, because I can never bring myself to finish a song. Like, I know I'm annoying, but like, I can't. I feel like cringe. Ooh, Folsom Prison Blues. Ooh, Killing Me Softly. Wait, I actually know this one. I think. Black Velvet, I think. I think this is the same one. Oh god, I haven't sung this one in years. I don't even think I remember it. Why did I pick this? I know the chorus. Oh yeah, no. I know the chorus of that song. I don't know the main part. I thought I knew it. I know this one. I know this one 100% because my father used to sing it in the truck. He used to blast this one in the truck. Oh, nice song choice. I like Black Velvet. I like listening to it. I just don't know it. I know this one, though. You never played GTA Online? Why would I play GTA Online willingly? Hey, Trigger. Welcome. We're doing a little bit of karaoke. Do you like the 3D model that I made kind of based off my 2D? I think it looks pretty good, all things considered. Oh shit, it started! No, we can restart. I'm sorry, I got lost in the sauce. Hold on. I'll take a guitar with me. I'm so sorry. Here's Wonderwall. You can pretend that I'm playing this. Song ruined. Shut up! I thought it was still the intro. Okay. I took a walk around the world to ease my troubled mind. I left my body lying somewhere in the sands of time. I watched the world flow to the dark side of the moon. There's nothing that I can do. Yeah. I watched the world float to the dark side of the moon. After all, I knew it had to be something to do with you. I really don't mind what happens now and then, as long as you'll be my friend at the end. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman night kryptonite. There we go. See, I told you I knew this one. You called me strong, you called me weak, but still your secrets I will keep. You took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumbled in and bumped your head. If not for me, then you'd be dead. I picked you up and put you back on solid ground. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, my superhuman might kryptonite. Yeah! Wait, where's the guitar? Where's the guitar? I just threw it. You may not like it, but this is how you play guitar optimally. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand? I'll keep you by my side, my superhuman might kryptonite. Yeah! If I go crazy, and will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive and well, will you be there holding my hand and keep you by my side, my superhuman might kryptonite? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, wow, wow. See, I even finished the song this time. I'm gonna put this guitar back. Okay, what about one more? Let's see. What's on the list? Hey, this is for Valentine's Day. I think this is perfect. Guys, here's a Valentine's Day song. Ram Ranch Nest. Oh, too slow. I already picked a song. If you ever wondered if I was a white girl. Baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. Oh, baby, baby. How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Oh, baby, baby. I shouldn't have let you go. And now you're out of sight, yeah. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know, yeah. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. Boy, you got Baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. It's not the way I planned it. Show me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, 'cause I need to know, yeah. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time, baby. Oh, baby, synth solo. Baby, how was I supposed to know? It's like a shield. Oh, pretty baby, I shouldn't have let you go. I must confess, my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe, when I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign, hit me, baby, one more time. That my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that you will be here and give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. What do you guys think? White girl music's from 2010s. What kind of bangers you're gonna hear them 15 years later? Not gonna lie. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Suddenly my throat doesn't feel too good. Why don't we move the camera somewhere? Oh. Hold on. I didn't realize they were light. Oh, no, this is microphones. I thought they were light sticks. Anyway, I'm gonna grab the camera real quick. We're done with the karaoke. With karaoke. Let's move. I might make myself some gamer subs real quick so I have something to sip while we finish. Well, there's a downstairs. We can go there. Down we go. Beep, 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 beep. Is this a good spot? Oh, yeah? No. Thought I heard someone. Oh, there's a bar here. Ooh. Okay, look at that. A glass of water. That's just what I need right now. And I dropped it. That's kind of... Oh, how queer. How queer. Anyway, end of the stream. Not yet, but we will... This will be the final environment right here. I just need some water. I just need some water really quickly. So, well, I guess gamer subs. No more requests. Why are the pinging noises? Well, that's the sound of the user interface being picked up. Anyone else hearing that? Hearing what? Make sure to catch up on your supers. Yes. I'm going to catch up on supers as soon as I come back. Watch me blankly T-pose for a minute. I'm not gonna mute I'm just literally walking over there, leaving the room, filling the water, and then coming back. Wait. A-E-I-O-U. Oh, there's mold spores in my cup. Hold on, guys. I gotta rinse this. No, guys, my cup is an absolute mess. I need to decontaminate this one. It's got mold in the lid as well. Like I really fucked this one up. I have to get a different cup. Give me a minute. Okay, let's open this one up. Is this one good? Okay, I think this one's good. Just fill it with water. All right, guys. I have filled it with water. I will catch up on supers in just a second. Filled my thing with water. Let's put a super gamer scepter in there. I am seeing some donos. Sanguine, I have seen the Ko-Fi donation, but that was sent when I was on my week break. I am currently catching up on emails and again the Ko-Fi donation because I did see that you wanted to talk to me about a game, I believe, or a project. You're gonna have to be a bit patient with me because I'm just coming back, and so things are a bit hectic right now. The Midas side of things, I am doing as a solo act. I don't have management, and so I am constantly going through a lot of bureaucracy. But I did see that actually, which was very overly generous of you. You didn't need to send that to get my attention, but it helps operations regardless. I'll talk to you about that later. Uh, Okay, shake up my gamer subs, take a sip, and I shall catch up on chat. How are you guys in the last 5 minutes? Mm. Apologize for being missed. No, don't apologize. Things got very hectic, and I'm not gonna lie, being gone for a week stressed me out so fucking much. I hated every moment of it. You guys might not have seen it on the Midas end, but on my other, like, it's just behind the scenes. Typically for my job and for Midas, I'm constantly going like 100% all the time. I'm making things. Even when you don't see me streaming, I am illustrating, I'm animating, I'm making models, I'm recording, I'm setting up collaborations. There's a lot of behind the scenes conversations. I was doing none of that for a week, and so I'm drowning. Never taking a break again. Never. It wasn't. I mean, there was good things. I won't lie, but like, I'm just so stressed. But yeah, Sanguine. You and there's a few people I need to talk to. I need to catch up with. I do have a business email It's coreofmidas@gmail.com. But I can absolutely contact you through the Ko-Fi DM system because that's probably just as effective and secure. Midas becoming like your favorite streamer, Asmongold, with that mold cup. I will have you know that I wasn't in my streaming office for a week, and I forgot that I had my Gamer Subs cup full there. We were singing before. What did I miss? We finished singing, and we're just winding down with some good talking. Midas, why do you look so sad? I'm not sad. I'm just chilling. I'm just straight vibing. Jumping over the table right now real quick. Do I look sad to you? Oh, hold on. Do I look sad to you? You have an office? Well, I mean, I call it my office, but it's my baby brother's bedroom that we've repurposed to be my office. He's busy playing professional hockey now. He's a big boy. And he isn't using his childhood bedroom anymore. So I called him on the phone one day and I said, hey, you got a big empty childhood bedroom. May I use your desk for a while? And he's like, yeah, use the whole bedroom. Please get out of that closet that you were streaming from. And so his bedroom is my office now. Did baby brother move out? He's temporarily gone. I'm sure once he's done with his hockey career and he's doing jobs again, he'll come here temporarily once in a while. I didn't redecorate his room. I just put the bed like vertical and I leaned it against the window. And I stole his desk. That's all I did. I didn't move any of his stuff. And I'm not interested in it. Why does this 3D model have ears? Because all of my models are supposed to have ears. Look at that. Look at that. This is a ritzy flex. Are we allowed to know what team he plays for? Zodi, that is identical to doxing myself. Why would I ever tell you that? Why? He's probably not a baby. Yeah, he just turned... He's turning 20? I think. Midas, why do you look so... Stop saying I don't look sad! My pupils just aren't shrinking. Like they usually are, which is like the mania. Or is it because I'm just like an emo? Are you being biased against my emo nature? Look, no. This is the sad juice. I don't even need I don't need this. This is for you, chat. I dropped it. It broke. OPSEC. All right, let's catch up on supers really quick, and I also want to catch up on Twitch donos. Now, let's see. Test room Valentine's including the VR world. Thank you, Nix. I think we already did that. You can be surprisingly cute sometimes. We already saw that. Get Spark Notes, going to sleep. Apologies, jerky. I'm recording it. It's on that. It sounds like a Hasman song. Love by Nat King Cole, please. I don't know that song. I genuinely don't know that song. I wouldn't have been able to sing it anyway. I do apologize. Ram Ranch, please, Nick. No! I'm not singing Ram Ranch. You can stop suggesting that. White Girls music from the 2010s. Okay, I saw that. Midas. Okay, here we go. Now we're catching up. Midas, you singing and enjoying yourself on streams like this is a wellspring of good vibes. You should do this more often. Well, I can only really justify streaming on Midas. Well, I don't stream, I broadcast. Broadcast on Midas once a week. It would be nice to bump it up to 2 times a week. But even before my hiatus, I was only doing once a week. Although, to be fair, that was because I was also supplementing it with video uploads, and I'm not doing that anymore. So we shall see. If you guys like this kind of thing, then maybe I'll consider it. But thank you, Hellroth, and thank you for the 10. Midas should sing that VTuber mold song. What mold song? Sanguine, I answered yours. And Alkavi, not gonna lie, you look like a sassy Victorian child up close. That's some crazy shit. Sounds like hella members content for folks who can afford it. I can't run double members. Sorry. No, those who know me know that my day job is that I'm a company VTuber. I have to do members there. And so anytime I have the ability to do members content right now, I'm focusing on trying to do it for that. It's quite the ordeal. Let me take a sip. What would you? Oh, okay, I'm catching up on Twitch that I missed. Okay, Renex, thank you for the resub. Okay, I think I'm caught up there. Well, I think all things considered, I actually have done pretty well. Bready mold. What do you even mean by this Okay, thank you for the 5 bready mold. I'm not going to succumb to the mold. I've done my part to support said day job, and I appreciate it. Wish I was a member there, but I can't justify using the money for it since I haven't fully got my second paycheck. I'm not, like, judging anybody for anything, all right? I'm happy that people even look at me, all right? Zero financial obligation ever from anybody. I'm just telling you what I'm up to these days. In terms of solo acts, Midas, you really broke the mold. Am I just gonna hear mold jokes now? I didn't even drink it. I saw it and I cleaned it. The dudes abide. Iruka made a mold. How did I not know that? Oh, I gotta look at that. I like that face you make for the day job. It's peak. Yeah, I gotta. I don't want to talk about details because I'm accidentally gonna slip up. Always use live chat instead of top chat. Don't know why YouTube does it to some people. Oh, did something happen to Des? It seeps into the flesh and rot and where it hosts. I'm hoping that this time next week, I actually want to do another 3D broadcast like this, if that's okay with you guys. But instead, I'll go in with a plan, and it won't be so last second. I want to have the 2D Uma Midas is taking forever, so I'm thinking I'll just make it myself in 3D. I'll have this more closely style matched to my live 2D, and I can do some Uma stuff. That'd be fun. His messages aren't showing up in the chat overlay. Huh. That's odd. I don't watch often, but I like what I see. I hope to catch more. I just need to finish my breathing tutorial as everything is going. Good luck, sir. Good luck, sir. You plan... Shut up, Joseph. I'll end you. No, if everything goes according to plan, I'll have figured out how to do the pupil shrinking, how to add Uma. Yeah. I think it would be nice if I could get a few creators on next week to do some Uma racing. Like, I want to do a chatting. Do chatting like this. More 3D Midas streams, broadcasts? Sure, why not? We can do more 3D Midas broadcasts. I'd have to see who's available, though, this time on Wednesday next week. By Uma activities, you mean you're going to do a 1,500 meter sprint IRL? You fucking bet. At Off Kai, I'm going to be the fastest horse out there. Why are my eyes... Hold on, I think I see something. Expressions, face tracking. There we go. I was wondering why my eyes weren't moving, and they were supposed to. Anyway. Gotta play more board games with the crew and allow yourself to de-stress. I'd like to see Twin Tails model from Win for old time's sake. The Win model is really broken. I've been trying to set it up to work, and I can kind of get it to work in VNyan, but it took like 4 hours to set up when I was doing the collaboration with my mother. And since then, I haven't even been able to open it. Like, it is fundamentally broken. And I don't know if it's in my best interest to spend time fixing it right now. It's around, and I am purposefully using it still. It's in rotation. It's not retired, but it's just not functional right now. Nice seeing you around again. Your karaoke was fun. For next karaoke, would you consider singing Pippa the Ripper? That would be amazing. Either way, I'm glad I got this chance to support. Hey, if this world has Pippa the Ripper... Actually, I'll check. I don't think it does. But if it did... Select the song to get going. Actually, I'm gonna check. Does this world have Pippa the Ripper? I'll go up the stairs and I'll check real quick. You won't see me for a second. Okay. Searching titles. Pippa? Nope. This world doesn't have Pippa the Ripper. I'd have to manually do karaoke in a different way. Drat. Alright. Have you ever worked retail? Oh, have I? Have I? I have scars on my finger joints from when I used to be a waitress at a truck stop. So there was a truck stop restaurant where, like, around where I lived growing up, and I was a waitress, and there was an elderly Korean man who ran the place. This both is and isn't relevant that I mention his race, because he constantly used it as an excuse for as to why he did the things the way he did. But I have physical scars from that job. I would wait tables, and this is a restaurant that holds about 100 people. And he would only have 2 people on staff at all times. Is it 100? Yeah, it was 50 per side of the truck side restaurant. Anyway, so he would have a cook and he would have a waitress. Legally, he's supposed to have 2 cooks, 2 wait staff, and 1 dishwasher at all times. So 5 staffs around the restaurant, and he only ever had 2. So this meant, as a waitress, my job was to do the dishes, to run the tills, and to do both sides of the tables at the restaurant, and to do the outside cleaning. So, like, outside of the restaurant. And to clean up after buses came and set up when buses are getting ready. And for the cook, his job was to do the prepping, and it was to do the cooking, and it was to do the kitchen cleaning, and it was to do the stocking. And when orders came in, it was his responsibility to do that. And for me, I would do the till checkout at the end of the night. It was pretty miserable. And he made my life a living hell. He was constantly threatening me. He was screaming at me. I was like a teenager, and I thought I was doing my job pretty well. But I remember one day during a shift trade-off, like it was just before my shift was over. It was a very busy time, and a bunch of motorcyclists came in, and they sat down at a table. Busy restaurant, table of 5. It was table 1. They sat down. They were hot. They were tired. They just wanted something to eat. Understandably. And so I got them their coffees. I got them some waters. I took their orders, and I took it to the back for the cook. I bet he paid you triple. No. He barely paid me minimum wage, and then he would steal all of our tips and use it to pay off bus drivers for other companies so that they would stop there and spend company money so that he would make money. So he would steal our tips, pay bus drivers a bonus little snack to stop at the restaurant, fill his restaurant, spend their company's money there. Anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway, so I took the order, sent it to the kitchen, and a half hour goes by, they don't have their food. They ask where it is. I ask, and the cook says, it's almost ready. Tell them it's a few more minutes. So I go there, I refill their coffee, say it's a few more minutes. They're grumpy but understand. I think I was about 15 at this time. Another half hour goes by. Their food still isn't ready. They're getting really grumpy. Where is it? I apologize. I go to the back. I ask, and he says, oh, it's almost there. Just a few more minutes. I go back there, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Kitchen's backed up. Please understand. There's only 2 of us on staff, and it's a full restaurant. If you want, like, I can comp your food for the day. It should literally only be a few minutes. Another half hour goes by. Another half hour goes by. And they're like red in the face. They're angry at me. And I go to the back of the guy, like to the chef, and I'm like, hey, where the fuck is it? Where's the order for table one? And the guy goes, table one? There's no order for table one. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I gave it to you an hour and a half ago. And then he looks down, and the paper had fallen when he put it up. He didn't put it up right on the clip, and it fell, and it slid slightly under the oven. So we never saw it, so it never got made. So I go to the people, and I'm like, look, this is the situation. This is what happened. I'm so sorry. Coffees and drinks, free refills, everything's on the house. He could start your order now, or I can direct you to another restaurant in town that's way better than this one. Everybody's grumbling, but they're nice enough to me, except for one guy. And they're like, okay, we'll just finish our coffees and then we'll go somewhere else for food. One guy, he's the last guy. I'm pouring his coffee fresh from the pot. This is a pot that was just brewed, scalding hot. Like, it is like fresh hot coffee. He grabs my wrist, and then he grabs the cup that I had just poured him, and he dumps it on my hand on purpose. And it's so hot, it burns through a few layers of my flesh, and it's like I am in excruciating pain. Like, I am in excruciating pain. And, like, I have tears pouring down my face, and everyone else at the table is freaking out. They're yelling at the guy for doing that. And, like, shaking. I'm holding the pot, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, you spilled your coffee, sir. Here's another cup. And I fill his cup again, and I go to the back, and I'm running my hand underwater, and I'm, like, sobbing. This whole restaurant is hearing me just wailing because it hurts so bad. And then the other waitress that's going to change shifts with me comes on, and she's like, hey, what happened? And I'm like, I had an accident. I spilled the coffee. Shift changes. Next day, I find out that my boss had been in the office the whole time, watching through the security cameras, and he did nothing. And I find out from the waitress that changed over with me, she actually examined the tapes herself. And she asked him about it, and he told her that he couldn't have done anything because if he called the police, then all of the clientele in the restaurant would leave and he'd make no money. And that this is just how they do things in Korea. That was always his excuse. Well, they wouldn't do it like that in Korea. We always do it like this in Korea. Anyway, I have permanent nerve damage in that hand. It's actually my dominant hand, my drawing hand even. The three fingers, the pinky, the middle, and the not ring. The other, is it the ring? No, it's not the pointer. So if it's not the pointer, it's the ring. So basically these three fingers have nerve damage, and the skin is thinner on my hand in those areas. So when my hand gets cold, these three fingers go blue, and a big patch of my hand goes blue because it's just thinner there. And I've got scars right there too, on the joints. Yeah. I have a bunch of stories from my time working there, but that was one of them. The way that I actually left that job was one day, I had counted out the till for the end of the night, and we were like, the till was fine. Like, it was exactly what it was supposed to be. The numbers matched up. I think there was actually extra because there was a tip in there, but I left the tip in there because you're not allowed to accept tips at this waitressing job. And the next morning, I go into shift, and because I was doing a clopening that day. And boss is screaming at me, saying that there's like $100 left out of the till or something. I don't even remember the amount. I think it was 100, but it's been so long now. And he's telling me he's going to call the cops, that I'm a filthy thief. And I'm like, again, I'm crying. I'm like 15 because I didn't steal anything. And he says there's an investigation, blah, 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 blah. And I find out, like, and anyways, and he still makes me work the whole shift, and he's staring at me the whole time. Next day, I work again. I come in, and I'm, like, terrified. I'm shaking. and everything seems quiet. Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. And so I ask the waitress what's going on. I explain everything. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, like he was telling me about that. Uh, apparently, when he recounted, it was entirely fine and the numbers matched. When you counted right the first time, and then he didn't trust your number, so he recounted your count, and he counted it wrong. And then when he recounted it again, his numbers matched your first numbers, so he realized you didn't steal anything. And then he looked at the security cameras and realized you didn't steal anything. So it's fine. You're off the hook." He never apologized. He never did anything. But that was my breaking point because that was enough. That was too much. And so I went home and I cried. I cried to my father. I explained everything, and then I went over like the year and a half of like physical abuse that I had received from this gentleman. All of the wait staff were like physically abused there, and my lovely father was seeing red. He was seeing like red like a bull, and so he pops me in the car, and he drives over to this gas station restaurant, and he runs to the office and he starts screaming and throwing this bright red, scary, angry guy. My father's not the tallest, but he's very wide and intimidating. Not like fat, but like muscular and square. So he looks like a very angry Ukrainian. And he sounds like one too. And I swear that was the only time in my life I've ever seen that big, fat, angry Korean man look like he was going to crumple into a tinfoil ball. It was very cathartic. And then I had a hard time getting a job after that for a long while because the guy, well, where I live, every restaurant, there's like a little restaurateurs club or whatever. So all the people that own the businesses in this town go for a meeting once a month. So when he had his once a month meeting, he was like, "Oh yeah, no, this kid, it's gonna ruin your business. Don't hire her." And so for like a year and a half, no place would hire me. No place would hire me because they thought that I would steal out of tills. They thought that I caused issues or whatever. Eventually, the gas station, the corporate for his gas station actually had him removed because they found like he failed multiple health inspections for his restaurant. So that was nice. And then I got hired at the bakery. And then I worked bakery for a long time. Let's see, I worked bakery from 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I worked the bakery about 6 years, pretty professionally. Yeah. Hmm. Did you make a lot of dough there? Oh, you. Oh, you. No wonder the Southeast Asians are hitting on Koreans on Twitter. They sound as bad as the... Now, this is where things get interesting to me. Because this guy used being Korean as an excuse. However, Baby's first job wasn't the restaurant. Baby's first job was a pizza store that also rented videos, which also sold ice cream and fried chicken. And they were also Korean. Now, this lovely video store was owned by a Korean couple, elderly Korean couple, that had been in some war. I'm not sure what war, but they had like severe PTSD. And I technically started that job like when it was illegal for me to work. I think you aren't allowed to legally have a job in Canada when you're 10, but I needed a job. I wanted a job. And so I got a job at like 10. And so they would pay me under the table in unmarked envelopes in cash amounts. I never counted it. I just trusted they paid me the right amount. And you know what? They probably did. But I would check movie rentals, and I would scoop ice cream, and I would mop and clean. It was a great first job. And it wasn't very busy because that was the start of everybody using Netflix. But they were also Korean. And they were so nice to me. They were the sweetest people. Never used Korea as an excuse to get away with shit. That's why I always knew that my second boss was full of shit, because I had experienced what a good Korean was. But No, this elderly couple. One time I was bending down to grab a DVD return, and I hit my head on the corner of the metal hot chicken container, and it punctured the skin, and I started bleeding down the front of my face. And the wife went into full like PTSD. She screamed when she saw blood on my face, and she nailed me to the ground with all her elderly Korean woman's strength. And she's got bandages summoned out of nowhere, and she's wrapping my head, and she's saying something in a language I don't understand, and I'm really confused because I don't even feel the bleeding. it's I felt really bad for her later when I figured out what was going on. But yeah. Yeah. No, they were very nice. I think they're retired now. Did it help? Oh yeah, I'm sure it helped. She saved your life. You know what? I'll let her have credit for it. Korean Warner's mode kicked in pretty much. No. But yeah, first job. And the thing is that the two business owners knew each other. They're both Korean and they're both in a small town in the middle of nowhere. And so when the first business shut down, they got me the waitressing job because they're like, hey, here's our one Korean friend in town. We will hook you up with this job. You're a good kid. You're about to turn 15. And, it doesn't need to be under the table anywhere. You've got this. They were so supportive. And so it sucks that they sent me to hell. Yeah, that was my Korean War, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, no, I've had every variety of Korean in my life around. Like, I've had the good, I've had the bad, I've had the ugly, and then I've had Ria Sasonder, the music producer, during my time VTubing. Korea Sasonder. Bro is so silly. He is so chill. Chillest Sasonder. How did so many Koreans end up in Canada? I don't think there's actually that many in Canada. It's just weirdly in my area they conglomerated. Guardian Angel sent you to Dante's Inferno. Real! Why does that name sound familiar? Ria Sasonder. He's a longtime friend of the channel here. I promote him once in a while, and I've done some things with him. Um, awesome. Awesome creature. Is that where you learn K-pop? Don't you fucking talk to me about K-pop. I hate K-pop so much. K-pop is my 9/11. I can't do K-pop. I hate K-pop. If the Koreans have done one thing bad in their existence, it's create K-pop. I'm gonna get raped on Twitter for that one. Okay. Oh, Gideon, don't sound so sad. J Rock is where it's at. You're from BC, yeah? To my knowledge, there's a higher concentration of Korean people. Yeah, probably. In BC, there's a lot of just Asian. A lot of Asian. Of various different ethnicities. Like, I say this with all of the love in my heart and none of the racial implications, but very crass, rude people call Vancouver Honcouver. That is a very common rude nickname for Vancouver because of the huge amount of Chinese people. There's actually a Chinatown in Vancouver. Cancel her. It's not me. Man, you'd go. I go crazy sometimes at some people's bad assumptions about me. Seattle be poppin'. Hmm. Japanese rock is great. A lot of good rock in the Toho sphere. J rock is fun. J rock is what I listen to a lot of the time during my early weeb days. First time hearing Vancouver. Well, you didn't grow up in a very right-leaning environment, then, is what I'm hearing. Like, you guys have met my baby sister. I wasn't joking when I said I was the most liberal person in my family. I'm not going with that accusation. Uh, okay. Vancouver, yeah. There's other Asian communities, but they can announce themselves when they need to. Yeah. Does the Asian population still outnumber the Indians? It hasn't for years. The Indian population of Canada is very exceedingly, increasingly growing. And I will say there is a severe difference between Indians that came to Canada before COVID and Indians that came to Canada after COVID, and it's entirely to do with the immigration programs that they followed and their intentions for immigration. Like before COVID, all of the Indians that I'd ever seen, because I don't see them very often out here, well I do now, but back then the rare one I did see was very sturdy, very smart, very industrialist, and they worked very hard on learning English and multiple other languages so that they could communicate smoothly. They were culturally doing their best to integrate, so they shared their traditions, like Diwali. I learned about Diwali from one of them. It was very, very cool, very sweet. I learned that they like a lot of rom-coms, But after COVID, all of that vanished. I have not had a single civil conversation with a fresh Indian immigrant that's come post-COVID. They're all like I've had like confrontations where they're violent and loud and not willing to integrate in a clean way. Like, it's very clear that a lot of people that came from India didn't do homework. They didn't do their homework in the slightest. And they're treating Canada identically to how they treated India. So, do I hate Indians? No. Do I hate disrespectful Indians? Yes. I think any Indian worth their salt that is willing to put in the time and effort to properly immigrate and treats people, treats their new neighbors with respect, and seamlessly, or, with a little bit of bumps here and there, but puts in an effort to blend in with the society that they have decided they wanted to join. If that's who you are, then I respect you. I think you're great. I think that you and I can get along. But if you are screaming death to certain racial people, if you're screaming death to certain skin tone, if you're coming around and you are defecating in public areas, which has been happening even here in the middle of nowhere, if you're purposely hurting and damaging things, you're torturing children and animals, you're rude in general, just rude, basically breaking every social convention and legal convention and getting away with it. Not only will I not respect you, I will do everything in my power to keep you as far away from me as possible. Now, all kinds of people from all kinds of countries have those kinds of idiosyncrasies. But there has been, since COVID, a government program in India that has been encouraging people to come to Canada specifically. And so they've been coming in by the millions, like not by the hundreds, not by the thousands, but by the millions. And so they are the largest demographic right now of people coming in without training. It's kind of been promised to them as like a magical promised land, a beautiful, clean environment that is exactly like India, but they can start over because the water isn't poisoned. But they seem to not internalize that the reason the water isn't poisoned is because we're actively not self-poisoning it. Anyway. Learn about Diwali because I had a neighbor and a bunch of people over at launch fireworks out of the backyard during COVID distancing restrictions. Yeah. TLDR, good guests will be treated as honored guests and bad guests will be shown the door. Good guests will be treated as honored guests and bad bad guests will be taken out like trash. Do you know the neighboring countries of India have sometimes been called Indian because of similarities between them? For example, Bangladeshi, Pakistani, and Sri Lankan. Maybe, probably. You know what? I have an interesting story from my driving instructor about Indians on the road. Now, this guy. Now, I say I'm the most left wing in my family, but like I'm still pretty middle of the road, all things considered, for Canada. This guy is very traditionally very left leaning, and so I had to be careful with my conversation piece. But this guy had been a professional cargo driver for many, many years. Like his whole life, he drove transport. He was very proud of it. Very proud of being a semi-driver. And he would tell me stories while we were driving on long stretches of highway between our teaching points. He'd say, well, when I used to drive like transport, they would call us knights of the highway. We used to be respected. If you saw a truck driver doing transport, you knew that you could trust him to help you in a pinch. Like if your tire was out, then they'd pull over and they'd help you. Like that's just how we did things. And sometimes like we go to a bar, people would give us an extra beer, but now it's different. Now my son drives transport, and it is the most dangerous profession now, entirely because they are handing out licenses to people that have not trained. They are giving them out in mass to Indians. Like fresh off the boat Indians that have had less than a week of driving, when for driving transport you need like at least a month of training. And so respect for truckers has gone down so much because of how how damaging these people have been. Like they don't like, not only are they like rude, but they're very dangerous on the highways and they cause a lot of accidents and they kill a lot of people. So he was telling me that his son one day saw a woman on the side of the road whose car was busted. And so he got out to help her. Like he parked his thing and he helped her swap out a tire. And then another car that was behind drove up behind the both of them and grabbed like a pipe iron and beat the shit out of him, broke his leg. He had to drag himself back into the cab. And it was and the whole time the guy was yelling like just profanities, saying waste of space on the road. He's so sick of truck drivers, just like the weirdest things. To the point where I thought it was almost like fantasy. And then he showed me a picture of his son in a cast. He's just like, you stupid truck driver, you leave this poor woman alone, blah, 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 blah. Like, and it's entirely like a reputational shift based on the demographic. Anecdotally, that is what he told me. And this is the kind of guy that pre-COVID would have gone to war. He would have had his balls chopped off if it meant being politically correct. I'm new here. Hi, Julian. Feels like they're trying to get rid of certain truckers who protested during a certain event. Well, Sanguine... Yes and no. The thing is that during the Canadian trucker protest, they already put like a big flag marker on those people's bank accounts, and they've got their biometric data, so they don't need to do anything to get rid of them. They've already unpersoned them in the system. Midas, how do you keep hope in humanity? Because one day, I want to find somebody that I'm in love with. I want to have one, maybe a twin, 2 children, and I want to raise them to be better than me. I want them to be happy. I want them to be healthy. And I want to make good things to leave behind for them to look at. I want to make some good content. I want them to be like, wow, look at my mama's music videos. I want them to meet their granny I would like. I keep hope in humanity because then that means that I can be better. I can become somebody different. If I have no faith in humanity, then I have no faith in myself because I am a deeply flawed human. If I lose faith in all of humanity, then I have to give up because there's nothing left for me because I am just as well, I'm not just as bad as the rest of them, but I could be as bad as the rest of them. Midas is Friday the 13th. No, it's 11:14 over here. It's not Friday the 13th for me yet. Hi, Midas, love the new 3D model. Thanks, I made it myself. No, I don't know. Although, to be fair, I don't think any of those changes are going to happen in my life if I'm here streaming, I'm broadcasting, whatever. I think as long as I'm a VTuber, that's never going to happen. So, maybe I'm cooked. Maybe I'm cooked, chat. Like, so wholesome how you drop, bud. Midas, do you own any creatures? I don't own any personally myself. Um, like I don't have like ownership over any pets, but my mother has an African gray. My baby sister has a bearded dragon, and my baby brother has a lovebird. I don't know. Can we get a Tim Hortons marriage? That's crazy. What about Crowbar? That's true. Crowbar is with all the rabbits right now. Here's the thing. Crowbar is my baby, but I consider him more my sister's rabbit because spends more time with him. Keep hope Helldivers are coming to spread super democracy. Hell yeah. Apparently, Emmanuel Verbash, the terminal, is in Epstein files. Fascinating. Rabbits are unpleasant creatures. I will have you know that pink yabbits are very funny. Will we ever get a creature feature? How to be a VTuber. How to be a VTuber? I ask myself that every day. It's my job. And I come up with different answers every time. I think a better question is how to be a YouTuber or how to be a streamer. Because at the end of the day, that's what being a VTuber boils down to. VTubing is the medium as to which the content lens is perceived. So if you don't have anything interesting to say, you don't have anything that you want to create, then there's no point in like VTubing. One sentence. Yeah, okay. Humanity's had dark times before. Pull through. Just need good people to stay good. Also, grats on 70K. Thank you, Steven! Yeah, 70K, Christ. That hit just as I was going on my break, and my mother was like, oh my god, you got 70, you got 70. And I was like looking at my phone. And I was looking at her, and I'm like, yeah, I guess I do. No more funny 6'9". No more funny 6'9". And she's just like, stop saying that. And I'm like, no more funny 6'9". And she's like, no, 70. I'm like, oh, 6'9". Yeah. Not gonna lie, every time you talk, I respect you more and more. You're so cool. Oh, you. Oh, you. How to not be a streamer. Have 3 or 4 people tell you people would probably like your voice and proceed to thank them and decline to continue that conversation. What about 6'7"? Yeah, yeah. No. Such a party stream. Good drinks and song. They started telling us what was in the drinks in the dark corner you found in the bottle. Lol, 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 Hallroth. Can we go back to 6'7"? It was funnier. Are you satisfied with your life? I think I'm I think if anybody is satisfied, they're lying. I think you can be content and happier with your life, but I don't think it's possible for anybody to be like satisfied 100% because it's human nature to evolve, right? If you get comfortable, then you get bored. I'm not necessarily comfortable, but like even as I said, like I moved the goalpost, right? I moved the goalpost from I'm never having kids, I'm mentally just deranged, everything's awful, I'm gonna kill myself, to like, okay, maybe I'll try and make VTubing my job. And then I made VTubing my job, and all of a sudden it's like, I've reached cycle. Maybe I can be allowed to do this. Maybe I can be allowed to do that. So I think as long as new goals are created, you're not satisfied technically. But just because you're not satisfied doesn't mean that you can't be gracious for what you have, right? I think that the trick to life is to understand where your satisfaction lies and to appreciate your current state of being, even at its lowest. Because while you can always improve, you also can't always change your current situation. So if you are only allowing yourself to wallow in the misery of the horrors that you currently abide in, then even when things improve, it's a mindset. You will perpetually have horrors to be upset with. Now, am I saying, oh, I'm being beaten, raped every single day, and I should enjoy it because I got a roof over my head? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, despite the horrors, you can make a goal for the next day. And then when that goal is complete, you're not going to be satisfied. Maybe for a little while you'll feel like indifferent, you feel safe, calm, whatever. But it's human nature to make new goals so that you don't fall into stagnation and like collapse into nothing. From an ex-hedonist, you need challenge and hardship in your life to help you appreciate what little you actually have. Kinda. Wow, that's deep. Did I study philosophy in college? I went to art school. That's the opposite of philosophy. It's the opposite of philosophy, but they trick you into thinking that it makes you smarter than you are. I will never claim to be smart. Midas a Slavic root sister. Inner Dostoevsky speaking now. Don't you slander my boy. Went to art school. Yeah, no, it stinks there. Holy moly, what new gooning material did I just click into? New model? I love it. Thanks. I put it together just before stream broadcast. Just before broadcast. Yes. I miss art classes, though I was a comms major. Hmm. That's interesting. I didn't know that about you, Haunty. Didn't know you were a comms major. That's pretty cool. Her tongue is yellow, but her mouth is pink. I'm confused. It's not pink. It's also yellow. It's actually kind of an orange. Ah. Wider? Now! What are you? Discord's automated system? I opened my mouth for nobody. New goal, Midas. 696969. Thank you, Justin, for the 2. That's a good goal. Right, you got culturally enriched that one time. Red hair cross? I'm catching up with supers, by the way. Are you talking about the time I had my skull cracked open? I wouldn't call it that. You try to cover Promise by Call Me Heroes. Hirose. It would be funny. It isn't Japanese, be warned. Lennox, I don't know that song, but I'll look it up. Okay, I think I'm caught up on supers. There we go. Let's check. Why broadcast and not stream? Well, TM, well, hello, by the way. Because I'm a YouTuber. And YouTube's tagline for all the years that it was still good was broadcast yourself. And so I'm doing that. I'm broadcasting myself. I multi-stream to YouTube and Twitch, but I am a broadcaster because I talk, right? I'm kind of like it's somebody in chat said that being a streamer is a little bit like being a radio host. It's kind of like how I see myself. I find the distinction important, but it's also very fun, and I feel very important to call myself a broadcaster. uh, you know what I'm gonna do? I think today we're going to send Twitch away first. Usually I send YouTube away first, but today I'm gonna do something different. I think. Huh. Pixie and LMG are both live. May I ask what happened with Bomi? She hasn't streamed for a while now. Nothing bad has happened with Bomi. Bomi was like moving across country for a while, and then she just had some stuff happen in her life. And then as well, remember that Bomi is also running two VTubers. Bomi is like her casual one, not her ASMR one, and her ASMR one is her main one. So she's not gone, she's not graduated, but she had to take like a step back. Remember that the Syndicate project was actually supposed to end when I went on hiatus. So anybody playing any Syndicate character now is like bonus overtime. So the fact that all of them still technically play the characters is an actual massive shock to me. Because, well, when I started the Syndicate project, it was advertised as you will get a character model, it'll match everyone else, you can make some content that you can use to put in your auditions that's cohesive, and you can practice making content that you don't usually do, so that you don't disrupt your audiences. Because, like, well, again, like, Balmy did mostly ASMR in her PL. Well, her other life, right? She's very open with her other identity. But that also meant that whenever she tried to do something for her audience, nobody would watch it because they were only there for ASMR. So, being Bomi, she was able to do other things and experiment with content. Pixie was very much the same way, but for different content. And in general, she just wanted to experiment more with characterization. And I think she's done pretty well for herself. Same with LMG. But yeah, the Syndicate project is. It was never, ever meant to be a long-time group. Ever. It always publicly had an expiry date because it's not a company. It was a portfolio builder for everyone involved. A fun project where people could do things. So eventually it will dissolve, but that doesn't dissolve any friendships or anything. It's more so once the others have gotten what they need out of it, they will break off so much, so to speak. You know? Bomi right now currently just is busy. So, what I would recommend, if you're curious, just reach out to her. She's in the Discord. Some small groups manage to pop off, though. Yes, well, I never treated the Syndicate like a big agency or a group that was designed to pop off. It was genuinely just built to help these people figure out what they like doing. Like, it was kind of like a training camp, so to speak. Right? A boot camp for VTubers. And if I were to ever do something like the Syndicate again, I would be a lot stricter with the cutoff date, and I would be. I don't think I'll do something like the Syndicate again. I think Syndicate once was nice. Anyway, I'm trying to figure out who I want to raid. Do I want to raid LMG or Pixie? Because they're both live. I think Pixie. is playing Hightail right now, and that might be something that you are more invested in. Sheep on the move? Hope it looks enjoy. Yeah, me too. Raid. Alright, so I'm sending Twitch to Pixie. And YouTube, you and me will get a few more minutes together. Alright, Twitch, remember the raid message is Ouch Midas. Bye. Yeah, bye. And I'll see you next week on Wednesday. Oh, well, that's a lie. I'll see you on Valentine's Day, then Wednesday. So you do get a bonus Midas broadcast this week, actually. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't like you. Die. All right, guys. Now that we've officially killed off those evil Twitchers, how are you? Hi. How's my favorite chat? Yeah? How's my YouTube? How's YouTube? How are you guys? Maybe I'll have the tracking improved by Valentine's. It would be so nice to have the eye finished. Yeah. The Yandere ASMR that was promised to you is on Valentine's. I should make an announcement, I think. Gotta pee at yellow isn't helping. Shut up, you. You know what? I was gonna continue on for another 2 minutes. But Chatter Zer EG2NN single-handedly ended this broadcast. I want everyone to go, oh, do this. Night. Oh wait, I didn't miss any supers, did I? Nope. No, I'm good. Let's find a raid on YouTube. I don't think. Redirect. Let's see. I guess we could raid LMG from this side. Alright. So we've raided a Pixie and we've raided an LMG. And die.